and we didn't interact with each other because we were the same year but different classes, yeah. And we met in art school, and I was there only for 3 months because it was too expensive for me. But we met there, and after a few years, she texted me in social media, and she asked me if I want to go somewhere, just to go somewhere. I was really confused because usually people don't ask like that. Well, me, for example, no. And yeah, and then in August 12th, this is first time when we spent time with each other, and yeah, I felt really, really comfortable with her, and she too. And we decided that, we need to meet again next time. And we decided, we will go in the fields. Yes, we will go in the fields. Why? We wanted to take some pictures, so we took some pictures. And when we were in the fields, we were in the shadow, and we were talking about everything. It was 2020, COVID. It was lockdown, and we were talking about school, about COVID, about diabetes, because she has diabetes. And it is really dangerous for her to interact with people because she is in the highest risk to die because of the COVID. So she was really she didn't interact really with people. And we were talking about many things, and suddenly she asked me, do you believe in God? Yes, in my mind. That was my total answer. My whole body, my spirit wanted to say yes. I wasn't a Christian. My family wasn't a Christian. I didn't have any background of faith. But that felt so natural, and I wanted to say yes without any reason. And I felt like everything that surrounded me wanted to say yes too. Like, yes, we do believe in God. But my mind was really confused by that reaction. Why? Why do I have this answer in my head, in my spirit, my everything? And in my mind I said, girl, we don't believe in God, what's going on? And I was really confused, and that there was a huge conflict in myself. That was only for a minute, maybe a few seconds, but I felt a conflict, and I said, I don't know. And what would happen if I would say I don't, or if I do? I don't know, but I think that was the first time when I felt something spiritual, and it felt so natural to have this idea that, yeah, God is real. And yeah, it is very interesting. And then we started to talk more and more, mostly in social media, because it's COVID. So you will speak in Russian social media every day, and then suddenly we stopped. But before we were talking really, yeah, we nearly became friends, but then suddenly we stopped chatting. I don't know why. And suddenly I had this feeling, I need to text her to ask how is she? And just, I had this strong feeling that I need to ask her. And I wrote her on Instagram and I asked, hey, how are you? She was so angry. She was mad because she told me that I just left her in her worst time. I just left her when she really needed me, and I just left, and we didn't really speak much, but I felt this responsibility, and I felt the connection with her, very strong connection from the first time we met. And I was crying, I was all in tears. And when I was thinking about that later, it's so strange to have those feelings with someone who is not even your friend. You just was chatting maybe with them a bit. One time you met, 2 times. But I think that God really guided my feelings and really opened my heart to her. And I could just go. I would say, why you're talking with me like that? Why are you so mad? Don't speak with me like that. I don't like it. And I could just go, because it's normal to just go, right? It's just someone, it doesn't matter. But I felt that, yeah, I felt very connected with my spiritual mother. And what is next? I don't remember. Wait. Okay, so we became friends again, and we would speak more and more, and she would tell me some spiritual things, like, oh, I actually know a bit of future because of the Ocean Church, I think, yeah. So she told me, well, actually, I know a bit of future, and I thought, oh, she's medium. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. I want to, find out more. And yeah, I was really interested, and she didn't tell me anything about church, anything about the divine principle, anything about true father and true mother, because in internet there are many bad things about church. So she knew that, she was very clever. She knew that it was very dangerous to tell this. So firstly, she told me, well, there is a church, we study about Adam and Eve, and because I didn't have any background, any Christian background, I thought, oh, it's like any Christian church, I guess. And I didn't know about this, anything, and also I feel that it was really, really important that I didn't have this background of faith, because I was more open for something new. So yeah, she felt like she could witness to me. And first thing that she did, she sent me a lecture, Divine Principle lecture on Zoom for 4 hours. What do you think I did? I didn't watch it. It was too long. It was very boring. You know why I left? I was hungry. So I just left and I just ate some cereals, chocolate ones. And yeah, she was very disappointed. Very, very. She made me cry. She told me, how? You couldn't stay just 4 hours for something that can change your life. Just 4 hours. Because she knew the importance of the divine principle. But for me, it was boring. But with her attitude, I could understand more. I would see the value. And yeah, I didn't watch it. So, yeah, she did it by herself. She witnessed to me on Viber. Yeah, because it was lockdown, so she couldn't witness me in person, and also because of her diabetes, it was really dangerous for her to interact with people. So it was on Viber. It looked like that. Yeah, next one. Yeah. and then we changed to WhatsApp, and yeah, it was nice. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, it was 1 hour every day. She didn't read directly from the book. She would read by herself 30 pages, and then she would tell me for 1 hour. I was very hard child, spiritual child. First times when she witnessed to me, I just laid on my bed, I ate also some cereals, and I was falling asleep. It was boring, because it was just her face telling me something about Adam and Eve, God. So I would sometimes fall asleep, and then she told me, this attitude is so bad, and she was angry, again, angry, so much, mad. And again, I cried because of how angry she is and how irresponsible I am. And, and she told me that if I will not have the right attitude, she will stop. She will not tell me anything. She will just go away, and I will not know what she wants me to know. And when I saw her attitude, when I saw her seriousness, when I saw how much strength and how much faith she had, I really could get that too, I guess. And I think it's really important to, while witnessing, to show the right attitude and to be strict, even though it feels wrong, like, making someone cry is bad. But I was witnessed because she made me cry a lot. And in the end, it worked. In the end, I was so happy. I was waiting for this call. I was waiting because I wanted to know more. And also, in the end, there was about last days, and I wanted to know more about the Messiah. I wanted to know more. What is there? And she told me that, actually, there are some problems in the providence. So Messiah didn't come. He will be a bit late, but it's fine. And yeah. In one day, I felt so so inspired. I didn't know why I had so much happiness in me, so much energy. I was making my grandmother's bed and I was jumping because of happiness. Why? I didn't know. But then, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., I was waiting for the call. I was sitting straight, not laying on the bed, not eating. I was absolutely serious. And 1 hour, as usual, and she told me, Messiah is on the earth. I cried so much, I couldn't know. I didn't know how to react because I thought, oh, he will come in 1,000, maybe 100 years. It will not affect me in any way. But she told me, Messiah is on the earth. And I didn't know what to feel. I was so happy, I was so surprised. And I think, I just couldn't hold my feelings. And we spoke for, I think, 5 hours that day on WhatsApp. And I was just all in tears and laughing and in tears and just all emotions that are possible. But the most important part was that in the deepest part of myself, I felt responsibility that there's no more time to hesitate. There's time to do something. And I didn't have even a choice. I just felt my responsibility. And when you have responsibility, choice doesn't matter anymore. You just do because you need to do that. And this is what I felt. I felt that this is something I need to do. And I felt that I need to do something. And I felt this connection with the providence, with the time. I felt that I'm affecting something. It's not only about myself, but it's something more there. And I think that the best way to describe it, this feeling, is the clock started going, and after that day, 17th of October 2020, I consider this as my spiritual birthday. After that, I think my mission started. And this is my spiritual mother's house. You can't really see it, but anyways. After I was witnessed, her mother would give me a lecture, seven days lecture every day for 2 weeks. She separated it into. So for 2 weeks, every day, she would give me a lecture on Zoom of Divine Principle. Also online. And after that, we became closer with my spiritual mother. And I think that after that point, there was a time of separation of good and evil in myself. And the thing that guided me the most is love. Because in witnessing, I feel that word is not the strongest part. It's if you take divine principle and you will shorten it for 2 words, it will be true love. And you can teach someone love not by words, but by actions. So after I was witnessed by word, I was witnessed by action, by the family of my spiritual mother. And yeah, I still remember how the first time when I came in their house, her mother, my spiritual grandmother, she hugged me and she told me, Tanyusha, I love you so much. Tanyusha is the soft way to tell my name. And that was the first time when I felt mother's love for the first time. Yeah. And yeah, the next part is separation of good and evil. Witnessing is not stopping on the divine principle on the last chapter. It is continuing till your evil part will just go away. And after I was witnessed, I had 2 best friends, two main groups of friends. And on the one side, I had my spiritual mother, and those are other second-gen sisters. We made a group on WhatsApp for Hundukwe. So every evening, I think we started in January 2021, we will read every evening, I think at 7 or 8 o'clock, we would read Hundukwe. And yeah, this is me reacting on Spiritual Mother's book. Straight after that, I cried so much. And this is my best friend. We were friends for, I think, for maybe 7 years. We were really good friends. But yeah, and those are my classmates. And yeah, on the one side, I had spiritual growth. I had something more strong, more serious. I felt so much love. And on the other side, I had this fun, this excitement, because we could play in some games together after classes. Some of them, they would bring alcohol. So, and yeah, it wasn't really good for me. And it's so interesting how opposite those people are, my spiritual mother and my other best friend. They're absolutely opposite. And I was influenced at the same time by both. And in the end, I had to make a choice. And how can you choose the right side if there and there is fun, if there and there are friends and good, as you think, emotions, this inspiration? But something that guided me the most is love. And also it's really interesting how spiritual world guided me by my intuition, by my anxiety actually, because of my childhood and my family, I would always have anxiety, especially in my house. So I always had this in my house, with my friends, with just anywhere. And it was like a pain in heart. It's not a physical pain, but it's like heart is squeezed. But when I spend time with my spiritual mother, and when I spend time with my my second-gen friends, I wouldn't feel that. I felt so safe for the first time, and that feeling of safety really guided me in my path. And yeah, this is how I made the choice, because I would trust this feeling of safety, because I felt this is something right. And in summary, I wanted to say 3 things. Salvation requires pain. If your bones are growing in wrong way, you need to break them so they can heal right. If someone is choking, you need to make CPR, and even if you will break those ribs, you want to save someone. That is the point. And some ribs doesn't matter, even if there will be so much pain that you will just, yeah. But I think that it's really important to break something wrong and heal through pain, but in the right direction. The second one, one of the most important things in witnessing is make conditions. Just make. Because while I was witnessed, my spiritual mother's whole family was praying for me constantly. And also, I think my ancestors also helped a lot. And it's so important to make conditions, because you are not enough. You need help of spiritual world. And I think it's really important to make conditions from both sides. If someone who witnesses makes conditions, but on the other side there's just nothing, they will not stay. If someone doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to know the truth, then there's no point. They will not stay, no matter how close you are to God, how much you love them. But it's important to make conditions from both sides. And the third point is love is stronger than the word. And it's really true, because on my example, I didn't stay this DP lecture for hours. I didn't stay. Whoa. And then I was so bored. I was not listening to my spiritual mother. I was just eating some cereals, laying on my bed. She just told me to listen. I listened. But the reason why she was strict with me is because she knew that this is something that will save me. And if you want to save someone, you don't care about pain. You don't care about how bad they think you are, how angry they think you are. If you want to save someone, it doesn't matter how foolish you look. Only salvation matters. And yeah, my witnessing of me is my biggest blessing. And when I was thinking about the word blessing, what does it mean for me is blessing is not something we deserve as who we are right now, but it is something that we will deserve in the future by having this blessing. And I want to share this blessing because as someone who suffered from pain, if I have the solution from this pain, from this suffering, I can't just stay and hold it only for myself. If a doctor has the medicine and all people around, they are sick, they're dying, they're suffering, do you think the doctor will just stay? I want to be the doctor, and this is why I want to take my responsibility and be the good child of God. Adieu. Thank you. Can I say in Russian? Yes. Okay. No, it's fine, it's fine. Dear Heavenly Parent and true parents, thank you so much for this opportunity to share my heart and your heart, Heavenly Parents, because you waited 6,000 years for this moment to be truth. And you were suffering so much, and you could have this ideal world only in your imagination, and throughout the history you nearly lost your faith. But the love that you had is so powerful, the love that you have, and even if I didn't understand my feelings from the beginning, but we, as children of God, originally, we always are connected with you, our Heavenly Parent. We are connected with you even though we don't know it or don't feel it, because of our world that breaks all the connections. But now, as we have this key of heaven, I want to share this key with everyone, and I want to share this medicine, because how can I just stay and do not do anything while knowing how much you suffer and how much people are suffering? I want to take my responsibility, and I want my life to have a meaning, and I want to help people to understand your heart, and I'm praying in the name of your parents. Adieu.